Morning, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys. What is today? Tuesday. It was 10 below zero here this morning. Not liking it at all. I don't know what the temperature is now, but I know it's colder than I want. And our pile of firewood out on the front lawn is sitting there. Had one of our neighbors down the street was out walking yesterday, and he saw it. He texted me, and he says, he said, I've got a wood splitter if you want to borrow it. We'll probably do that one of these days, but I'm going to wait till it warms up. It's not in the way. The plows aren't going to hit it. I don't need to clear that piece of lawn, so it can sit there for a while until we get some above freezing weather when I can go out with a chainsaw comfortably and cut it up, and then maybe we'll borrow the wood splitter, and I think I'll just cut it up, throw it on the trailer. We got a big 14-foot flatbed trailer. I'll take the trailer out there, cut it up, toss it on there, haul it into the backyard, let it sit on the trailer for a while if we don't need the trailer. I don't think we have any use for it right now. Hauling brush and stuff when we do, but that's pretty much done for the year. And we'll get the wood splitter and splitter it up and take it up to Hebron. Whatever. Other news. Yesterday, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, there was a slow-moving, burning something, fireball. Pictures of it, video of it up in Oxford area, up off Route 26, which isn't far from here. We're just a couple of miles from the Oxford town line. So anyway, we shop up there quite a bit. We didn't see it, but it reminded me of a fireball that we saw back in the 80s. We were on the Veterans Bridge between Auburn and Lewiston, Lewiston, Auburn. We were going from Lewiston to Auburn. I think we'd been to a concert north of here somewhere, and we're on our way back, and it was right around sunset. It was in the summertime, I believe, or wasn't snow on the ground or anything. But I pulled the car. We had the big van at the time, and the boys were with us. Pulled the van over, and because this was before cell phones and everybody had cameras, and nobody had cameras. But we watched that thing. It was moving about the speed of a small single-engine airplane. And there was no noise that I remember, but it was just moving, and every once in a while something burning would drop off from it. And we followed it all the way to the horizon, and checked later, with airports and stuff. Nobody was talking about plane crashes or anything like that. Have no idea what it was. The boys remember it, or at least our older, I think they both remember it. And I never heard anything about it from anybody else. Just a mystery. Not really UFO. It was low altitude, seemed to be like a small aircraft. But whatever it was on fire, and there were pieces dropping off, and they burn out before they hit the ground, apparently. Never heard anything about fire. Strange things. Again, too slow for a shooting star, really. But I don't know. And this thing, yesterday, in the video I saw, it looked a lot brighter. Bigger than and it was during daylight hours, 4 o'clock before at sunset maybe, or near sunset, but still daylight. Interesting stuff. Just natural phenomena, I expect. But maybe we'll find out, maybe we won't. I heard something on the radio this morning as we were scanning the channels about a high altitude aircraft with contrails, and I don't think they were talking about that. Maybe somebody saw something else that they thought it was, and the local authorities had notified airports in the area, and the FAA had been notified, but I never heard any more back from it. So I don't know what that was. Maybe something similar. Maybe we're being bombarded by slow-moving meteors, whatever. Don't know. Interesting stuff. Going to take another slow day today. Tomorrow we have kids coming for school, and that'll get us going earlier in the morning than we normally do. I move very slowly. I take the morning and I do my correspondence if I have any to do, which I didn't this morning. Well, very little, a little bit with one of our radio buddies down south, asking for clarification on terminology and things, which I don't know what they mean, but I guess we figured it out. And catching up on whatever headlines. I don't read a lot. of the news. I read the headlines, and locally, the Maine Wire, they don't have a lot of headlines through the week. They'll have the same headline for days, but every once in a while something new comes in there. It's like, oh, what's that about? And you know, there's a lot going on here in Maine. Locally with Lewiston area is in the news. Catch you later. Have a great day.